What's up? What's up? We're back at it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been getting a lot of emails, people emailing me asking me what's my thoughts on what's going on in Africa, mainly in the Sahel region, which is northwest Africa, which is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, you know. And those three countries hooked up and linked up and it's one nation. Feel me? So that's the great thing. That's never been done before. Good. That's never been done before. So those three countries linked up, three countries, but are acting as one. You know what I'm saying? So if one does this, we're gonna do this. If you mess with this country, you mess with us all. So that's just a beautiful thing about it. You know what I'm saying? And Ibrahim Traore is the youngest president ever in history. You know what I'm saying? Which means he went to school, he's educated, he knows he's tapped in with the city, with the country, with the people. So he knows what it is to make a country move forward. You know what I'm saying? He's very well educated. And so the difference between the Sahel region and the rest of Africa, which is 51 states, you know what I'm saying? The rest of Africa, the presidency and the government is old. The president being there for 20 plus years in each country. That's ridiculous. 20 plus year. How does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? But so the old Africa was put together as far as the government, the president, all of that was put together by the West. You know what I'm saying? They they put this president in power so the West could be able to steal and do what they do. So it's like we put you in power, we'll give you $100 million a year. Let us steal this, let us do that, let us, you know what I'm saying? So with the Sahel region, they're like, no, we're not going for that no more. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, cheers to all my black people. Cheers to all my African black people. You know what I'm saying? We're we're all one race. It don't matter if you're from South America, North America, Africa, the colony, Europe, Asia, wherever you at, if you black, you black. We all connected like this. We all connected. So it's all love, you know what I'm saying? But so, you know, the Sahel kicked out the French. Say, you know what? You guys not going to keep stealing from us, keep robbing us, keep taking our minerals and resource and enriching your own country, your own continent, all of that. While we're still here broke. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so what they do is the West um pushing a campaign of what's the word? Uh pretty much what they did in Afghanistan and everywhere else, democracy. We want democracy. The people got to pick their own president. So they kicked the whole narrative of why this guy shouldn't be empowered, but we think this guy should be empowered. He's going to do good for the people, the country. But no, the West put certain specific people in place and position because they're going to, you know what I'm saying, they're going to play the game. They're going to sell out the country. So what the Sahel region is doing is saying, we're not about to sell out the country anymore. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the West coming in here, taking the resource and taking it back to their country and colony and making their country and colony and a continent rich, wealthy, and all that. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So the old president, the West would come in and say, hey, we'll put you in power and give you 100 mil a year. You can stay in power as long as you want. So they giving these presidents 100 mil a year, 100 million a year. Well, the whole time they're making 1 billion. So we're gonna make 1 billion, but give you 100 million a year, which it doesn't really add up. You know what I'm saying? Because 100 mil a year, it's not enough to even take the country, to even move the country forward to the next step. You feel me? So, you know, the Sahel's like, the Sahel said, we're not doing that. All the resource, all the minerals, everything that a country has, we're gonna process it in our country. You know, that's one thing that Africa really doesn't have. There's no country in Africa really that has a processing center. You know what I'm saying? Like every other country has one, really, you know what I'm saying, but the African continent, to really be frank with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like having oranges, like Mexico. Let's just say Mexico has oranges. So the orange gonna be picked and all that, processed, and then sell to other countries. So that's what Africa needs to do. We have all the minerals to make all the minerals that makes this world go around, from cell phones, technology, smart cars, everything up to this day. From back then up to this day, Africa has the minerals to make the world turn. You know what I'm saying? In other words, makes the world go around. You feel me? From the smart car, the smartphones, the Tesla, lithium batteries, everything. Africa has all of that. So all of these companies are making major profit off of African labor, which is damn near slavery, because they're not paying the workers what they're really supposed to be paying. You know what I mean? So, it's just a crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? So the Sahel is like, no, we're not doing all that. Our minerals, we're gonna finance and build our own factories and build our own labs, you know what I'm saying, to make everything, and we're gonna sell it to the world. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna so they're going to sell it to the world and cut out the middleman. Because the middleman, we gave you a chance, but you're not kicking back. You know what I'm saying? In street terms, you're not we giving you what you need, but you're not the return doesn't add up as far as a country. As far as individually, it adds up. You know what I'm saying? But you're making 1 billion just off the gold. Not even the diamond, the Ethereum for the batteries, the fruit, the food. No, let's just think on the gold. Off the gold, you're making 1 billion. Off the diamonds, you're making 1 billion. Off the You know what I mean? The organic food and all that, you making 1 billion. So each year you making almost 5 billion in profit for your country each year. And you're not kicking back, or you know what I mean, giving us what we're worth, what we deserve. You know what I mean? So Ibrahim Toure, I say, is the youngest president in the world in history, the youngest president, went to school, studied, very educated, very knowledgeable on what's going on in the world, very knowledgeable on what's going on in his country as far as the farming, the land, the real estate, all of that. He's very well uh, educated on that. So that's why he had to just say, you know what? We have to cut out the West. They're not playing fair. You know what I'm saying? How we still in darkness, but the whole Europe is lit up. The whole West is lit up, but we're not lit up. And everything that's lighting your country up comes from us. You know what I mean? So, I'm very supportive of Ibrahim Traore and the Sahel region, all three countries. And I really hope that, all of the countries, because that's what Gaddafi was trying to do, unite all of Africa as one. We could still be individual countries, but we need to unite as one. One currency, one voice, one pretty much what the United States is doing right now, as far as it's a whole country, it's a whole continent, you know what I'm saying? North America is a whole continent, but they broke down to states, you know what I'm saying? So, 51 states, as you say, 48, 51 states, including Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Alaska. So when you have all of the states, we're going to let you run your state as a country. So each state has their own laws, own rules, prison system, jail system, all that. But as a country, we're one country, but just different states. And that's where I think Africa is headed to where it's going to be all of these countries that's ranked individually, but we're one continent, one country in a way. So all the countries going to be ran like states. You can have a president, you can have your mayor, your governor, all that. But as a as a what's the word? As a colony, as a what's the word? You know, as a continent, yes, as a continent, we're gonna be one and we're gonna come together. So every country, y'all, the representative, the presidents, whatever, we're gonna come as one and speak as one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping, in the way I look at it, I see it in the next 10 years, Africa will unite as one country, you know what I'm saying? One continent. It is already a continent, but as far as the countries, it would be ran as one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh Ibrahim Traore is doing his thing as a young man, you know what I'm saying? And because he's younger than me, so I could only imagine what he has, the stress that he's up under, you know what I'm saying? But hey, if you if you able to do it, do it. It doesn't matter what age you are, you know what I'm saying? Age ain't nothing but a number. You feel me? So the Sahel region kicked out all the French, kicked out everybody. We're gonna do this our way, our own way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna write our own narrative. You know what I'm saying? And which is a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? What those three countries are doing together and sticking together. The other countries in Africa really are upset and mad. You know what I'm saying? Because, France has the most countries in Africa as far as colonized, has colonized the most countries in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of countries that speak French. You know what I'm saying? There's the Dutch, there's the, Spain, there's Portugal. So, a lot of the West countries has colonized the world. You know what I'm saying? Great Britain, you know what I'm saying? But France has a lot of uh a lot of stakes in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And right now French is really struggling just off of those three countries that kicked out the French. You have three countries, so there's 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 11 other countries that's still under French dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? French colony. You know what I'm saying? So there's France is still kind of surviving, but the Sahel region already put a dent in their finance, in the French finance, in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that a lot of countries follow what France is what Burkina Faso and the Sahel region are doing and really come together. You know what I'm saying? And do the damn thing, man. You don't need those people in your country. You know what I'm saying? You have what the world is looking for, what the world needs. You know what I'm saying? So don't sell out your country for pennies when you can make, you know, billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, selling your own raw material. You feel me? So, you know, so what I have to say is, Burkina Faso and the Sahel region, keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Be independent, kick all of them out, you know what I'm saying? And do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, because because we have so much minerals in Africa. I'm from Africa. I'm from Central Africa. I'm from the Congos. So I'm going to speak about my country in the next episode, whatever or not. But Africa is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Diamonds, gold, you know, the the stuff that makes the batteries for smartphones, smart cars, pretty much anything that has to do with technology comes from Africa. So we need to protect that and profit off of what we have back home. You know what I'm saying? Don't sell the country out don't sell the country out. You know what I'm saying? Especially for what you're selling the country out for. Now, making money, you can sell the country out, but make sure you make your money as a president and make sure the people of the countries is also making money. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sell the country out for your own benefit because it's not even worth it. It's not even enough. Be educated. Shout out to Ibrahim Torre. Shout out to the Sahel region, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. Stick together, and I hope that other countries will follow and see what's going on and and join you guys. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ibrahim Torre, the Sahel region. You know what I'm saying? Smoke One Media, Smoke One Records, Smoke One Production. We're doing a thing. We're in the building, baby. Holla at your boy. Yeah.